Start my recording here. Hello, people of the internet. Oh, which
And Greg is in
reminds
chat.
me, I also need to pull up my character sheet on D&D Beyond,
Hmm.
so I have access to all of my notes. Because those notes are especially important.
You all find yourself in Phelan, which, just as a reminder here, is right here. If you're looking at the map.
Yep.
Yeah,
Um,
here we are.
the reasons for you being in Phelan are your own. Not super worried about that. Um, but as you guys, let me just get back up to here. As you all, one second, I have to fix something. There we go. Um, you all know that there is a circus in town. 'Tis the season, as it is the middle of summer and high time for festivals and circus events and just everything you can imagine. It's a big celebration in the middle of the year. Um, Now, you've all been decided, you two, I should say, decided that going to the circus would be a wonderful idea. You find yourself right now in the Big Top Circus tent watching um, just wonderful performers, um, trapeze artists, lion tamers, and clowns and the like. The show you are currently watching is a little bit more focused towards the clowns and some of the special tricks that they are capable of doing. You have heard rumors throughout the circus of the of the clown named JoJo. Uh, and JoJo is like throughout the circus has been talked about as being one of the best performers. You hear whispers of people being like, "Yeah, I heard that like JoJo, yeah, he's like super funny, absolutely wonderful, right?" Um, and you guys have decided to attend the show. You all don't know each other, and I want to make that clear. Instead, you guys are in each separate parts of the audiences of the audience. Um, a The MC for the show.
Mm-hmm. Emily, you glitched?
Hello?
I have forced her out of chat maybe to help her realize that she cannot.
Um,
Can you hear me now?
yes.
The ringmaster comes out and he says, "And now for the show we've all been waiting for, JoJo and the clown." The audience, wow,
Jojo!
JoJo, JoJo.
That's
Um,
Woo!
if you have your audio turned on in Roll 20, you will hear some music to accompany um, our um, our little adventure. Um, this you see this clown come out, big red nose, face painted white with bright colorful colors all over it. You got blue lips and um, like streaks down the eyes and this big puffy hair that comes around in a big colorful afro. He's wearing a polka dotted um, he's wearing a polka dotted onesie that puffs out in different ways and big red shoes, very much your classic that's your classic clown. Um, he doesn't say anything as he comes out. He he makes some gestures and he goes up and walks up to this wheel and he spins the wheel. He pulls out from his back some knives and proceeds to expertly, deftly throw the knives all directly into the center. He turns the wheel to face the audience, and you can see he's thrown the series of knives into a shape of a smiley face. The kids in the crowd laugh. It's so funny. Oh my gosh! Ha 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 ha! The audience is just loving this guy's performance. I don't know how you all feel about it, but it is. It's definitely a show, for sure. Now, as the clown goes about his acts, he's at one point in time he gets a big honk with his nose and squirts a boutonniere, basically a boutonniere that has some water in it. Squirts it, and some of the kids get hit in the face, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, it's so cool! I want to be like him one day!" And as you know, you see where the kid was squirted in the face. The mom looks a little bit irritated. She has to pull out a handkerchief to wipe off the kid's face, and but the kid is just having a great time. And as he goes through his acts, you can imagine what it would look like, right? He doesn't tell any jokes, but a lot of them are very physical gags, where he falls over, he has to get back up and falls over again, and he is really hamming it up there. Part the way through the show, you see him give a little finger gun to the ringmaster, who says, "Alrighty, folks, we're going to need a couple of volunteers from the audience. Now, we have a very special way to choose you. Couple of lucky participants. If you all look underneath your seats, you will find a little note under the seat. So if I can have you all look under your seats for me and see if you are one of the lucky few."
Oh fuck! What is it?
You each take a moment, kind of looking around, watching everybody look under their seats. Decide to look under yourself. And lo and behold, there is a little golden ticket that's just somehow taped to the bottom of your seat. And can I have you raise the ticket real high? If you have one, raise it up real high so we know who you are.
Annemo is gonna use levitate to be high in the air and then raise the ticket.
Amazing. What does Annemo look like?
Annemo looks, he's a blue genasi, an air genasi. He's got white hair. He's wearing a kind of I want to say like it's not a kilt at all, but it's like it's as if he's got he's got a lot of material on his lower half, but he's not wearing a shirt. He's a very buff guy, and he's wearing a kind of
Oh, shoot that one away.
Yeah, and he's wearing a kind of cape. It kind of looks like a really really furry blanket. It's the same color as his hair. Yeah.
Very cool. As he waves the ticket high in the air. "Alrighty, sir, you come right up." He gestures for you to come up. Do you make your way up to the
Yes.
front?
Yep.
Amazing. Alrighty, I'll have you stay here, and we have another ticket out there.
Am I allowed to say that my character is in disguise at this point, or not really?
It is completely up to you. I don't. If it is a disguise, I do not have a picture of that. But again, completely up to you.
Um, I'll say I'm not in disguise for this. It is just straight up Moonzic as himself coming down and waving the ticket in the air with his hand.
Ooh. Look at
Go
him.
ahead and give us a little description, please.
So Moonzic Mirai, he has darker skin, olive almost, with piercing green eyes, black hair, and a goatee, and he kind of looks like your average commoner, with a little bit of a green cloak for flair waving behind him.
Very cool.
Nice.
Alrighty, sir, come right this way. Clear a path for him. Make it so he can come through. Come on, up, up, up. Alrighty, you see, as you make your way onto the stage ahead of you, he looks at you both and says in a low tone, he says, so, the next act that we are going to be performing would involve a couple of volunteers, you kind folks. It is involving the JoJo's knife throwing skills, if that's okay. So I'm gonna have you, he directs you, stand here, and you stand here. You guys are standing next to each other. There's a big board across you. And he says, now, the most important thing is to not flinch. If you move
I'm
or
gonna take
flinch,
a dodge action.
it is very important that you don't flinch. No, like I said, not flinch, please. Stay where you are. Do know he is incredibly trained and very, very good at his job. So as long as you guys stay still, the show will go on. Any questions?
What?
Annemo shakes his head.
Moonzic kind of gives a questioning glance over and he says, "Has there ever been an incident where he's had an error before, hit somebody?"
Nope.
Okay, fire away.
Alrighty. Alrighty, folks, calm yourselves down. I know it's very, very exciting. I can get the audience to go down to a hush. Good job, good job. Alrighty. JoJo, the clown. You see JoJo stand next to a table that at some point in the conversation had come out. And it's lined with knives. You see that they kind of shine in the glow that is inside the tent. It definitely feels like a magical light source, which is not uncommon in these parts. And you guys feel the heat and the pressure of everybody looking at you. Glancing out into the audience, it is very, very difficult to make out faces. In fact, they just seem like blobs of people. You hear a baby cry in the silence, as they love to do.
Do they?
It's part of their shtick, yeah.
And as you see JoJo, the clown, make his way to the table, he takes an uncomfortably long period of time looking over each knife, running in his hand, making sure each edge is sharp, so he doesn't end up, like you assume, so he doesn't end up injuring one of you. And as things get ready, he does a big flourish with his arms, and then falls over again. The audience is like, "Oh my god, that's so funny! Ha 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 ha! Oh my gosh, he's gonna hurt one of them! How hilarious! Oh my god! Oh, he's so clumsy. There's no way he'd be able to, throw one and not hit." He stands back up, wipes himself off in a very big and dramatic way, spins around, and with a flourish from almost behind him, he, under his arm, he throws the knife. Go ahead and Moonzic, make me a Constitution check.
Interesting. Okay. Oh, good.
5.
Oh, good. Here we go.
Fantastic.
He he throws the knife. It whips under his arm, and you feel the way the knife kind of basically grazes against your ear. You flinched involuntary. You just flinched just a little bit. Less of a flinching into the direction of the knife, more as the knife was thrown, kind of pinning in between your hair, and you kind of leaned your head in. To the knife, and the sharp edge kind of just caught your ear. You see the
Meant to do that.
kind of peek his head behind the board and says, please do not move. It is very, very important. And he snaps his fingers, and the wound on your ear is gone. Get healed, basically.
Are you sure? Sure how this hasn't happened before? It's interesting that you know that so well.
Are you sure this guy has never hit anybody before?
No, nobody rolled an insight check. I'm just saying. And with another flourish, almost in sync with the cure wounds, another knife flies over from the back of Jojo's head. Go ahead.
Oops, didn't mean to roll that. My bad.
Okay, don't worry about it.
I threw a dagger back at it.
Go ahead and Annemo, go ahead and roll a con save. Or not con save,
Oh!
straight con.
Oh.
Straight con.
Yeah.
Sure. I just clicked. Yeah, there it is. 9.
Oh my
We're
God.
rolling great today.
Woo.
As you were glancing over at Moonzic, as he, as you take a peek at his ear that seems to have healed over in a nice bright pink way, and you weren't expecting what was coming at you as you turn your head and you are met with a dagger running straight towards you. With a go ahead, and anybody who would like to, you can roll a perception check.
Well, of course, sure.
Nice.
You guys
19
are
and 20.
very good at that. Very good at that. You see,
This clown is drunk.
you see as the knife flies in air, aiming directly at your face, Annemo. A little flick of the wrist, and the knife veers off, pinning your shirt to the backboard. But there was a scary moment there. Again, spinning around, he throws another dagger. One more, go ahead and do another Constitution roll for me, Moonzic.
Better.
Save, same modifier,
Whoops.
so I'm not super
Well,
worried about that.
fair
That's
enough.
Okay. You steel yourself for the incoming impact as as your left shoulder shirt gets kind of pinned to the wall. Another one. Boom, boom, boom. Go ahead and Annemo, go ahead and roll me a one Constitution check, please.
Sure. Shoot. I need to reload. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. It's coming at you right now.
Oh yeah, I'm so excited.
Nice.
Nice.
ready as boom, 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 several of the 3 knives pin on your left side, your right leg, and your other shoulder. You now feel sufficiently pinned to the wall.
I mean, I just need to take off the cape, but yeah.
um, this is true. This is very accurate. Now, what is your reaction to the 3 knives thrown at you? Obviously, you don't flinch, and it perfectly lands where it needs to.
My specific reaction, given to the fact that I now know that they're being magically changed, is kind of it's cool. Like, in terms of, I mean, at the moment he is having knives thrown at him, so there is an amount of kind of awe in that, and just like it's very exhilarating. But there's also like a kind of respect for the magical craft of being able to change the direction of knives so that they don't, hurt anybody. So, he's having a good time at this point.
So he's like smiling.
Yeah.
Do you think that he would be like trying to engage with the audience at all, or do you think he's more focused on the situation in front of him?
Not necessarily engaging with the audience. If he does engage with the audience, it's not necessarily on purpose. It's just like he's having a good time, so it doesn't really.
Okay. Absolutely. Your smile plastered on your face as you're like, oh, look the situation I'm in. Another just in time for everybody to get their bearing. Boom, boom, boom. 3 more knives are thrown at Moonzic. Go ahead and roll me a Constitution check. Successfully not moving. Again, in a very similar fashion, you've got one knife that is that kind of goes right up on top of your head, narrowly missing your hair, your luscious locks. And another knife ends up at your right side, and one last knife ends up right between your legs. The audience goes, ah ha 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 ha, so funny. Oh my god, that could have gone really bad. What is your reaction to this?
Moonzic is reacting appropriately. Like, he, like, when the knives hit around, he, like, after the fact that they hit, he looks at them, like, each individually, like, especially the one that was right between his legs, and he, like, gives a sigh, like, a big exasperated sigh of relief. And then he looks up and laughs with the audience, and also looks around at the audience, specifically thinking, my god, these people are eating into it. Anyone could just sneak around the crowd right now and just pickpocket everyone, and they wouldn't even notice.
Are you hamming it up on stage, or are you anything like that? Or are you just like enjoying the moment?
I'm enjoying the moment and hamming it up a little bit.
A little bit?
Like
right.
I said, exasperated like reactions to like where the knives land.
Yeah, the audience, I feel like, is definitely feeling both of your reactions, for sure. Go ahead, and I'll have Moonzic, you're much more active with the audience. Go ahead and roll me a performance check.
A performance check, which I can hit this button for. Whoo! Dirty 20.
So as you look at all of the knives pinning you, you kind of take your arms, at least the best that you can. Actually, one arm is still kind of stuck into the thing. You take your other one and you kind of cover yourself, and the audience is like, ha ha ha, so funny. Oh my God. If that was me, I would be shaking. And just the audience thinks it's so funny, so funny.
Yeah, we got that.
I know, I'm just, and, again, another poo, 3 knives. I'm not going to have you roll for these, but, another 3 knives hit you, and you are, at this point, you are very much like pinned to the wall. Like you would have to rip your clothes in order to move at this point. Another boom, boom, boom. 3, pinning even more so. Your other arm that was being used to cover yourself is now also pinned.
Waffle made a comment saying, rolls a 1 on the con check. I don't think I can say what happens to you on Twitch.
And very, very good. As you guys are sufficiently pinned to the pinned to the wooden wall behind you, the ringleader comes out and says, "Alrighty, folks, give it up for our volunteers." And as Jojo, the clown, comes up to you to remove each of the knives, he snakes his way over, and he does a cartwheel on his way there. He goes up to Annemo first, and reaches his hand out to pull one of the knives out. You see the face in front of you, looking something along this.
Oh,
Very-
God!
Oh, yikes.
Oh, boy.
Annemo, go ahead and roll me a either an insight or a perception check. It's up to you.
It's the same thing. Oh, yikes.
Oh, boy.
Just a second
That would
here.
be a 4.
Craig had a little bit of an issue. I'm gonna make
Craig had a bit of an issue. You know, Craig.
Uh-oh.
Him.
Damn it, Craig.
Uh-oh.
He had too much to drink
Craig
last
made
night.
A little fucky wucky.
Craig had a little bit too much to drink last night.
That's right. Craig going a little bit too hard on the liquor, I believe.
There you go. Craig is back. Ready to
Hi,
go.
Craig.
That was a Craig.
Now, you notice him, his big smile, and as he removes the knives from you, you're free, finally able to move. With a wave of his hand, the ringmaster patches up any sort of torn clothing, just whoop, as you are now back to your able to move and function like normal. He goes up to you, Moonzic, and starts to remove the knives. Go ahead and roll me an insight or perception check. Up to you.
Where is insight? They're about the same, so I'll say insight. See what happens. Yikes!
Wow. As he comes up to you, you notice just a big smile plastered on his face. As he pulls the knives, setting you free. Again, another wave of the hand. You see the clothing repaired. He gives you all a big flourishing bow as he takes the knives and puts them back on the table. One more time for our volunteers! You guys are now welcome to leave the stage. And as you do so, the ringleader, the ringmaster, I should say, he says, "Alrighty, folks, thank you so much for joining us in our show tonight. Give it up one more time for Jojo the Clown! Yay!" As you notice, people start shuffling their way out of the big tent. But you guys are now walking down the path together. Feel free to make conversation if you want. Otherwise, this will be a very different adventure. Not going to lie.
It's okay. Annemo can just say, that was quite something.
Yes, indeed it was. I. Uh, are you from around? Are you from around Faerlin or from elsewhere?
Well, I come from a lot of different places, I guess. I'm just wandering around these days.
I see.
And how about you?
I currently live in Faerlin, but I'm from other parts. Um, but I've made a comfortable living here as of late.
Have you been here before then?
Once or twice.
I've
Not
never been called up to the stage, though.
no, not once.
Mm.
It is something else entirely to have to go through such an event instead of just watching from the stands.
Yeah. It's quite impressive magic. Did you notice?
I believe I did. Yes, how it just alters the course of the knives at the very last second to hit the board instead of us.
Genius. I personally, I don't mix well with magic, but it's quite impressive.
Well, there's very many, very. There's quite a few things you can do with magic, not just attack.
Hmm. That's right. So, I'm sorry, I didn't actually catch your name.
Moonzic Mirai, charmed, I'm sure.
Indeed, I am. I extend my hand to him and say, my name is Annemo.
I extend my hand back and reach out to grab it, and I assume we shake hands.
Mm-hmm.
Both roll a Constitution saving throw.
Uh
No, I'm
oh.
fucking with you. I'm messing with you.
That
Sorry.
fucking clown! No.
What did he do?
You guys make your way out of the crowd. You know, everybody's leaving the big top. And you are free to roam about the circus as you will, playing games, eating food, whatever your heart's desire. And as a little God's note here, the all of the events and things, we can improvise them. So if you feel the desire to try your hand at one of those big bells where you know, knock it and it hits the bell, ding ding ding, winner, or any of the games, or anything that you feel like you want to do, we can absolutely make it happen.
I see. I think, first things first, Animal would be looking for some food, for sure. He's just dealt with a very, shocking situation, I guess. But, say, well, Moonzic, are you doing anything tonight, or would you like to join me?
I could kill some time. What do you have in mind?
Well, I'd, I'd like to see if there's any of those candied apples, fabled.
Ah, yes, they're quite delicious.
So basically,
Actually, actually, I would like to see. I would like to see if there's a game stall around the circus called Hoop Nugget.
there is a game stall in the circus called Hoop Nugget. What does the game stall do? Like, what is Hoop Nugget?
It's the game where you throw a nugget into a hoop.
Like, cheating with it? I'm confused.
Waffle brought it up again. It's the Cards Against Humanity card.
Okay.
That was as a joke.
Well, it's absolutely in this circus. It's a big, sprawling circus. There is lots of games, lots of food.
Let's go.
You hear some barkers saying, "Step right up, we've got a hoop nugget here." Over here, we've got
Nugget.
some candied apples. I've got some elephant ears for you. And over here you see, try your hand axe strength. Maybe one day you'll be as strong as me. As you see a big Goliath with beefy knuckles. Uh, his name is, he says, maybe one day you'll be as strong as Gungan. um,
Goongus. That's
Amazing.
quite the name.
I
I,
agree. Do you want to give
go
him
up
a
to him
shot?
and say that?
I don't know how well I'd do, but I think you'd fare better than I.
Oh, come on. I squeeze Moonzic Mirai's arm. It's just like, there's some muscle there.
I love this little flirtation ship you guys got going. It's great. It's really good. Like, he asks him out to spend the rest of the night with him.
Yeah,
You're
there's
touching on.
something
There's
going
something
on.
there. There's definitely something.
Moonzic goes back to.
Something's happening.
Moonzic reaches over to squeeze his bicep and turns like, "Oh, come on! You have to have more than." Oh my God! I can't even squeeze down. It's just solid. Oh my God. Uh, okay, if you insist, I'll give it a shot.
You guys make your way up to this this big bell, like this. Trying to find the best way to describe it, but imagine. Luckily, I'm so cool and I have things prepared. If it will load, it doesn't want to load. Okay, well, it's not wanting to do that, so we're gonna go ahead and we'll just do, there you go. You guys come up to the big, strong man, test your strength bell. You make your way up to the big Goliath Goongus, and he says, "Alrighty, folks, go ahead," and he hands you this big mallet. Hit that part right there. As he steps away. As he hands the mallet to Moonzic first. Feel free to make a athletics check to beat down the ringer as best you can.
All right. Okay.
I mean,
Goes up just over halfway. Up there. Very strong. Good job. All right, and you, sir, do you want to give it a try? You look like a fine, strong young man.
Annemo chuckles and says, I don't see why not.
Alrighty. Go ahead.
He,
Grab that mallet.
Oh
I knew that was
no!
gonna happen. That's a 2, by the way. I rolled a 2 on that.
2 plus 4 for a 6. It gets up about a quarter of the way, and you can see Goongus looks a little disappointed. Oh, I guess that's more flab than I originally thought. You're welcome to try again, but for 1 copper.
Ah, I see. And and let's say I arm wrestle you.
Oh.
Me? Well, with that kind of challenge, I can't deny. Let's go. There is a little table stand-ish where they sit behind and keep track of the money. He kind of just like takes his arm and he right across of it, clearing it of its contents, and stands in front. He gives you this big old grin. Puts his arm, elbow right on the table. I assume you know the rules.
Indeed, try not to say uncle.
You guys grasp each other's hands, and you're going to roll me. Go ahead and roll me a strength check if you want to go for athletics. I'm totally okay with that.
Yikes!
Oh my God!
You go
I just needed a good roll, man.
Oh.
I just needed a semi-good roll.
You go through and you feel the strength of Gungus as he pushes your arm just about a third of the way to the ground. Oh, you can see he's straining too. Go ahead and roll me another athletics check.
Not a strength saving throw.
Come on, Annemo. You can do this.
Yikes! I don't know what it is. Oh yes.
You you can see the strain of his arm, his muscles flexing. You can see his veins in his neck kind of popping out, and as you push him back to about a third of the way towards his side. Only another one.
Okay, all right.
Like what I would as as
Okay,
as
that's
Mo-
not bad.
as I was gonna say, as Moonzic is watching this, he would like to roll stealth to like try and get around to the side of Gungus to like tickle him a little bit to get him off his guard.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll me a sleight of hand check.
A sleight of hand, or do you want?
Pretty low, or whatever you feel.
I was gonna do stealth or sleight of hand, I guess, or
Pick which one that you feel most applies to the actions you're going to take.
I'm going to say stealth.
Okay. So you successfully sneak up.
nice.
Tell me, that absolutely succeeds. What do you do?
As they're focusing on each other's strength and like trying to push through, Moonzic is going to kind of at first seem like he is checking out another stall and like walking around and checking out other stalls while they're doing this, seeming completely uninterested. And then when he's behind Gungus, just kind of like quick turn around and like do a little like coochie coochie coo like along his side to like really throw him off guard.
He looks around, and I will go ahead with that. I will give you advantage on that 14. So go ahead and roll me another athletics check.
It's not bad. It's 14.
That's okay. He what the fuck? he still strength holding everything in place. For just a moment, he glances back at his sides, not seeing anything, and in that moment of weakness, you're able to just inch him a little bit further back. Now his attention is completely focused back to his arm. Oh, you're a sneaky one, I see. You are about halfway on his side. So we're gonna do another strength roll, and with a flourishing top, his hand down across. Well,
Immediately, Annemo just stands up, like with the thing, like he uses that to push himself up and puts his hands in the air. Yeah!
That was good job. Good job. I respect a man with strength. However, I'm gonna go change my clothes or something. Hey, hey, Kobor, can you man this for a bit? I can do it. I promise. I got
Okay.
you.
Just look at Gungas. That was that was quite the fight.
It was. Good job. You definitely need to try that again. Because with a man of your strength, I feel that.
I feel things. I'm feeling things right now. I'm just looking at your muscles and something's going on. I'm not comfortable with the situation.
He reaches his hand out to give you a tap on the shoulder, and it like lingers. He just hold it too long. Like he's like, oh, that's quite tough. I've got to go. And he huffs off.
Hops down from. I have a feeling like it's on like a platform or something. So like hop down.
Yeah, absolutely. You,
Did you see that?
That was wonderful. Well done.
Is there any kind of like, do you let any kind of I helped you get out at all?
I. You have to roll an insight check for that.
you absolutely can roll an insight check.
That's 12.
Um.
It can be no. I'd like my social skills historically. Who
I
knows how
I'm
good they are.
I'm gonna roll a deception check to see and contest it. Well,
All right.
yeah.
Up to you.
What is that?
So no,
Duh.
you have no idea. uh,
Nice.
if that's okay with you, that is.
Yeah, of course. That's hilarious.
Um,
Awesome. And after
did
that, I definitely need that candied apple.
Absolutely.
didn't want to try
You-
again?
No, no, no,
Cobalt
no.
says.
I feel like I've proved my strength here.
if you
Well, that
don't,
was quite the show.
if you don't mind, I wouldn't mind taking another swing. I'd even pay the price.
Oh.
All right, that is 1 copper.
Let's see here. So that I'm going to subtract 1 gold and do 9 silver and 9 copper. Is that right?
Yep. It's a 10-to-1 ratio.
Yep. Just making sure. All right. Now that I've got that squared away, athletics, right?
Go ahead and roll me athletics.
Right before Moonzic picks up the hammer, he kind of like blows. He like kind of like blows onto his palm a little bit to make sure like his palms are dry and it's not like slipping. Like this, there's no moisture on his hands, and he raises up the hammer and brings it down.
Amazing.
It goes up about a quarter of the way. You say, "Good job! That was pretty good. It's better than I could do." Kobor says, and
Is
Annemo
is
starts chuckling.
is Kobor a woman or a man?
I don't know. He doesn't know, or I guess they don't know. I should say it's somewhere in between.
Fair enough. I don't know. Sometimes I just must not be feeling it today, I suppose. I think you could do better than me.
Ah, thanks. That's really cute. Okay. Anyway, you're welcome to try again. It'll be another copper though.
Perhaps later. I could actually use a candied apple myself.
All right, you guys have fun. And you, sir, congrats on arm wrestling Goongus. He does not lose. That's like the first time. He seems pretty upset about that. But good for you. You know.
Well, I hope he doesn't take it too badly.
Oh, I'm sure he'll soak for a little bit. But have fun. See you guys around later.
I know I'd be better at taking down doors than.
All right, you guys make your way over to the food area. You just as soon as you walk, just within 30 to 40 feet of the food court, you're just hit with the smell of fried deliciousness. There's a sweetness to it, but you also can almost smell the certain meats that are being grilled. It's just in just a waft of just delicious smelling food.
Right. So instead of going for the candied apples, I know that I said candied apples. Annemo is gonna look for meat. Meat. Yes.
You find your way over to the one of the meat stands, and it's got a decent size line on it. And you see a couple of people carrying these big drumsticks. I mean, these are the Ren Fair drumsticks, if you know exactly what I'm talking about. Where they're they're nearly a foot long, just packed full of meat, crunchy, and you can see that there's some of them as they take a bite, they're dripping the juicy goodness. As they're like, "Oh, this is so good. It's so yummy. tearing off pieces. You see a little kid who couldn't be more than 4, going out and holding one of these drumsticks, and it's like the size of his head, and he's just like looking at it with these big eyes. As he opens his mouth as wide as he can, takes a little bite out of it, with ferocity. As you wait in line, when your turn, you're looking around. Finally, you come up, and you would like some drumstick, yes? Turkey leg?
He takes a big sniff of the of the meat in front of him. That kind of goes, yes, I would.
Alrighty, that would be 1 copper, please. Or 2 copper, excuse me. 2 coppers, please.
Oh, right. It takes. Yeah, okay. So how do I do this? Take one. He kind of fishes around in his pockets for a bit.
You can give him a gold, and then he'll give you change.
Okay, well I give him a gold.
You give him a gold. He says, "Is this for me?" No, I'm kidding. I'm playing around. Here's your 8 copper pieces back. And then he pulls out a big turkey
1 gold
leg.
is 10 silver.
Yes.
Oh, you have a gold. Excuse me. For some reason I was thinking silver. So you get 9 silver and
9 copper.
There we
Is
go.
that what that is?
8 copper.
There we go.
Because it
That's
costs
better.
2 copper.
It costs 2. Okay, all right, sure.
As he goes and gives you your change, a big turkey leg comes out, and he hands it to you. He's got a glove on one of his hands, and he just like hands you the handle, the bone.
Mm-hmm.
You take it, and it's fucking delicious.
Awesome.
It's fucking delicious.
Hell yeah. That's what I want. Nice. Kind he just opens his mouth wide and kind of like eats half of it in one go.
What about you, Moonzic?
Moonzic is gonna go and look at like the sweet stand and ask for a churro.
They absolutely
Ooh.
have churros.
Hell yeah.
uh, you go up to the sweet cinnamony, crispy smell in the air, and you follow your nose, and you come across this cute little churros. Yeah, it can't be more than like than 3 feet wide. It's got a little covering up on the top, and there's no line for the churros. The meat's what a lot of people like. Alrighty, how can I help you today, sir?
I would like 2 churros, please.
Absolutely. He reaches into using a pair of tongs and pulls out a couple of nice big long. They're like 18 inches long. They're
Oh my God.
massive.
Wow.
They're massive, like full churros. And he slides them into this paper bag. Already 2 churros, 2 copper.
Okay. And could I actually get those churros in separate sleeves, please?
Oh yeah, no problem. He grabs the thing, like pulls it back in. Okay, pulls it out. You know, he has to like search around. He's like, oh, where did I put the? Oh, there it is. Grabs the paper and shoves it in, and you know, now you have 2 bags of churros, and that was 2 copper.
Yes. And walk back over to where Annemo is. And like
Yeah, you just see him like his eyes are closed and you just see him take the last bite of his drumstick like
Well, that certainly looked like a delicious turkey leg. And perhaps he would like
sorry, I didn't notice that.
perhaps he would like something sweet to chase it down. Have you ever had a churro before?
A churro, sounds interesting.
It's
Oh, did you get something for me.
Absolutely.
What? I'm so sorry. I would have done something myself if I had known.
No need, no need. Your company is enough for me.
Aw!
Oh.
You see Annemo's on his face, his blue skin turns a little purple.
um, you each take a bite of your churros, and they taste wonderful. They're crispy on the outside, soft on the inside, with this cinnamon sugar on the all around it. Very good. Very long too. Like you kind of like have to like almost use two hands to hold it, just naturally. Um,
You almost
what did
feel
you do with your
you almost feel violated eating something like this.
what did you do with your bone? Out of curiosity.
What did I do with my moan? What do you
Bone,
mean?
Bone.
the turkey bone.
Well, maybe if the night continues to go well, if the night continues to go well,
I just
it might be.
I
If,
didn't. I heard you wrong. Okay. What did I do with my bone? You know, I was chewing on it for a second, but then I just threw. I don't know. It's like I would throw it away.
run into the trash. Yeah, there are trash cans around. I just want to know if you'd throw it on the ground, to be honest.
Yeah, in a
But
trash
yeah.
can. In a trash can.
Okay, so you throw it into a trash can. Enjoy your churro and company.
So good. How did you know about these things?
um, they're one of the first foods I came across, and I moved to the area, and I've always fell in love with them. I fell in love with
Moved
them
to,
when I first took a bite of it.
yes, moved to the area. Where'd you come from, though?
Home.
Home.
Do you want to make a
All right.
deception check?
Yeah, I'm gonna make a deception check 100%.
Okay. It's a 14.
Should I
deception
make
check.
a? What should I make like an insight or something?
Do you want to make an insight check? You can either take his deception check as you will, but if you're looking, you're like curious, then go ahead and roll an
He
insight.
just came from home. Like I can just accept that he doesn't really want to tell me. Like we just met. You know, I don't need to pry.
All right.
So no, so I'm good.
Amazing. Um,
Annemo
guys,
chuckles
did you-
with like, that's it's all right. You don't need to tell me a thing.
Well, if you don't mind my asking, where do you plan to head to after this circus is all over?
Wink.
Wink. After the circus is over, well, maybe I was thinking of staying around town for a bit, seeing what I can see here, but I will eventually move on. Where to? I don't know. I think maybe up north.
Any idea in mind?
I like the mountains.
I see. I was planning on heading a bit more west than north, but a little bit north myself, to Palma Flora in a couple days.
Oh, I see. What's going on up there?
There is a shark catching competition up there.
Shark catching.
Yes,
Mm.
it's a festival that's held once a year that I enjoy watching, actually.
Well, if I'm just traveling, that's something I've got to see.
Absolutely, I would be more than happy to have you along as company.
Well, we're just going to the same place. Why not go together?
That sounds like fun to me.
Yeah, okay. We're just going around. Is there any games near here that seem interesting at the
Yep.
moment?
There is the hoop nugget. Um, there is.
Well, then I could just stop you right there. That's good enough. Uh, don't you recall while we were heading over to get some delectables, somebody saying hoop nugget?
Ah, yes, that is a
It's a classic. Sorry.
That is a curious game. I don't know the origins of hoop nuggets, and I've always been curious about it. Curious about it when I first came to the saw the circus here.
Well, come on then.
All right.
Let's play some fucking hoop now.
All right, so
Let's
you guys
go for it.
make your way over to the hoop nugget tent.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me, what is hoop nugget? How do you play this game?
I assume it's kind of like ring toss, except it's like instead of a normal ball or no, it's like reverse ring toss where like you're trying to throw a ball like through a hoop, like essentially, or like a nugget-shaped item through a hoop instead of throwing a ring onto a peg, essentially.
Okay, okay. So you make your way up to this stand. Step right up, right here. We've got a hoop nugget. Whoop, there it is. It's right here. You see.
There it is.
You see a young man with his.
Oh, that's where that song came from. I understand now.
Yeah, yeah. You see a young man with his kid. He takes it, and it's a young kid, maybe a little girl of like 3 or 4. And he kind of lifts her up and says, "Okay, just go ahead and toss it right to the hoop, honey." And she goes up, she picks up the little nugget and gives it a little toss, and it's not even close, not even fucking close to the hoops. Good job! You did so well. I'm so proud of you. He sets her down, gives her a little high five. Why don't you let your dad try, okay? He takes it, he throws it, and it gets a little bit further. But it still kind of is a little too hard. And it just shoots right over the hoops. Alrighty, honey, let's go this way. Why don't we get you one of those candy apples you were talking about? All right, thanks, folks. You have a wonderful day. Stop by if you want to try your hand again. And you folks, you're looking at this pretty curiously. Would you like to try your hand? A game of skill and precision.
Absolutely.
Well, of course.
And that would be 1 copper to play.
1 copper.
Of course. Yeah. It's not going to be free. Wait. Let me cover his.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. How does this happen? He's Moonzic's reaching in his pouch to pull out.
And I just put my muscular arm in front of him. And just give the person two copper.
Oh, I see here. Alrighty, you each get a chance to throw. Make it into the hoop, and you might get a prize. And he gestures up to the varying stuffed animals. There's like a little stuffed animal of like an anteater. There's like a little little teddy bear. And you never know what you're going to get. He reaches up, he grabs the teddy bear's foot, and it says, "I love you." And there's a pair of sunglasses up there. Just your shit. It's a bunch of trashy trinkets.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, are they regular sized sunglasses or are they oversized?
There's both.
Ah.
So you have a plethora of options if you can make it into the hoop. Who's going first?
I'll go first. Nope, not gonna say that.
Alrighty. So the gentleman barker like hands you a little nugget. It's small. It fits in the palm of your hand. Not much more than like an egg. It says if you can get that nugget into the hoop, you are all good to go. You see, there's a variety of hoops. Think like the has anybody ever played like uh, the drinking game Quidditch, where you have to like throw something through the hoop and land it into a cup?
No.
Okay, so imagine Quidditch. Okay, these big
Yeah.
hoops,
3 hoops. Yeah.
at varying heights, and except this is scaled down to about the
Nugget size.
size, just barely big enough for the nugget to go in. You see that the hoops have a thick ring around them. We're talking like 2 to 3 inches around them, and just enough space in the center to.
I know what 2 to 3 inches looks like.
I'm learning
Uh,
more about you every day.
I just have a ruler next to me. What are you thinking?
Why do you have a ruler next to you?
It's an office, you know. This thing's
Hey,
around.
hey, he's got to convert centimeters to inches whenever he needs to.
Yeah, there
Exactly.
you go.
I was just measuring this pencil.
Um, sorry. I need a moment to catch my breath.
You're being recorded.
And we are live on Twitch. Oh, look, my stream's been taken down. No,
um,
I'm good. I'm good so far.
So far.
okay. Go ahead and make me an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
This
14.
requires dexterity. You take the nugget and you give it just like a
Hoop.
oh, it's all in the wrist, right?
All on the wrist.
All in
Yeah.
the wrist. You take it and you give a little with your hand, just little toss, and you hit the one of the edges of a hoop, and it just kind of bounces back towards the center, back towards you again.
Damn.
Doesn't go into the hoop. Oh, that was pretty close there. Nice try. You, sir. He scoops up the nugget off of the ground, and he hands it to Moonzic.
All right. Let's see. He kind of like points at it. He's holding the nugget in his left hand. He's left-handed, and he points with his right. He points with his right arm. With his right arm, kind of like a baseball pitcher would. And he kind of like he winds up and he throws it. And acrobatics. Where is? Damn.
You with the precision and that only you could achieve. You just give it a little close one eye, give it a little look, and toss right through the center. Oh, nice job! Nice job! Alrighty, you feel free to pick one of the many prizes. He gestures up to all of the prizes hanging above.
I think I'll take the teddy bear.
The teddy bear. He takes the teddy bear off the hook and pulls it down, and he like drops the little bit, like not like onto the ground, but just kind of like drops into his hands, and he accidentally presses the "I love you" as he hands it to you. Very
It's
good. Nice
interesting
job.
thing about this bear is it's actually black on one side and white on the other.
It is actually.
Wait, it is?
Yes, I hadn't gotten.
It actually is. Okay.
Half of it is white and half of it is black. You can see on the black side, the eye color changes from black to red to make it stand out. If you squeeze the belly, it goes. I
Okay.
love you. You can add a Monokuma teddy bear.
Yes.
Can I add Omi and get her? Say it once.
Alrighty. Anything else you all want to do at the circus?
I mean, honestly, I'm just at this point, I'm just here to have fun with my new friend here.
Same here.
Yeah, we're just, we'll just see what catches our eye. Walk around.
You walk past. There's somebody comes up to you. This is a callback to a previous one-on-one. But somebody walks up to you and they hand you a.
Wait. I want to make one detail about the plushie. You squeeze the stomach and it makes the poo sound. And you squeeze the foot on the white side and it says, "I love you." And you squeeze the foot on the black side and it says, "A body has been discovered."
You go through, you squeeze the teddy bear, and you're still near the guy who gave it to you, the hoop nugget, and
I was just like curious.
he looks at you and says, "Oh, I did not know it did that." A little ominous. If you don't want to, I totally understand.
No, I love it. I am keeping this.
Okay.
Can it roll? Can it roll to be in combat with us? You have a little Monokuma.
Just summons a spear out of thin air and throws it at people.
Specifically a spear.
The spear of Gungnir.
You have a feeling like inside. You're like I feel like
this is going to come in handy.
Monokuma. Yeah, and this is Monokuma. That's who this is. I'm gonna name this bear Monokuma. While you're admiring the bear, two hands in front of you, a person comes up to you and says, "I have seen your future. You will go to the Oracle," and hands you a pamphlet to the Oracle's tent. It gives you little directions on the pamphlet. Then you walk past and you see just all sorts of barkers just waiting to just yelling out like "Oh, over here, touch your hands," and "See the magnificent bear over here," and people just yelling. You see go ahead and make a perception check if anybody wants to. Amazing.
Huzzah.
Not so amazing.
Could be worse.
Yeah, no, of course. You basically most of what you hear is just people talking and laughing. You hear a woman screaming like, "Elena! Elena!" You hear somebody saying, "Alrighty, come here. Leave it. Don't eat that. That came off the ground. Do not eat that." You hear just a variety of people, voices, laughing, screaming. A kid comes up and kind of runs between you two and holding a big giant drumstick, just like as you see a couple of kids chasing behind them, all like splitting around you, like, "Give it back! Give it back, Kai! Give it back!" As you make your way around the circus. again, this is a point. Any point in time you want to come up with something that you want to do, feel free to just improvise it.
Mm.
There's benches if you want to take a seat. So many options.
You know, I didn't do well with balls and hoops. Why not balls and holes?
Ah.
Do some skee ball.
Okay.
So, it's skee ball.
Moonzic gets a little flustered. Um,
Oh, I just meant. Oh, there's this game called skee ball. It's pretty good.
um,
I don't think I've ever tried that one.
you make your way around the corner to where all like the game district is, and there is a little stand with a with a the person who just looks pretty disinterested, um, and sitting in front of it, kind of like rolling a coin across their fingers, um, just leaning up against this Skeeball lane. I think they're called. I don't know. You can imagine. And he's not really doing his job, but just rolling things through his fingers. But you do see the Skeeballs there.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll approach. Be like, well, if you haven't heard of it, give it a shot.
Okay then. Maybe I will.
Maybe I will.
Um, the gentleman sees you approach and kind of like pushes himself off of leaning, puts the coin back in his pocket. Do you guys want to try some skee ball?
I would indeed.
All right, here you go. He hands you 3 balls. Yeah, he hands you 3 balls and says, "Do you know how to play?"
I don't believe I do. Tell me the basics.
You look up the thing. He says, so you get points based off of where you get the balls in the holes. So if you get it in the center hole, it's worth 100 points. If you get it up here, it's worth 50. This is 10, and if you don't make it into any of the holes, you can just, I don't know, pay more, try again. There are prizes as well that in the tent that it's in, and it doesn't have the walls of this tent doesn't have any sides. It's just pretty open, but there is some prizes hanging from the ceiling above you. Yeah, no, you just give it a little toss, get it in there. It's not hard. I prefer if you roll it as intended, and you see the lane kind of curl up to where there'd be a little bit of a jump if you wanted to.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
It's really hard stuff.
Wait, hold on, Kim. You've played this game before?
I have played Skeeball before. Moonzic has
Okay,
not.
Yeah. I was just making sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I suck at Skeeball, but
What? Let me see.
Yeah, which one is it?
Yeah.
It's not necessarily strength.
I would say sleight of hand.
oh,
That might be more your style.
That is-
whereas maybe if you the intention that
I
you're
have a
using.
+2. I'm good with sleight of hand.
Cool. Go ahead and use your sleight of hand to toss these balls.
holy
That's funny.
shit! Yeah!
For those listening, that is a nat 20.
That's
+2
not-
for 22. You take a ball and you give it a little toss and whoop, right up the thing. It doesn't even it doesn't even touch the walls, the sides of it. It just immediately sinks its way straight into the 100 points. Oh.
Annemo kind of gives a little, right? And
Uh-huh.
you can see like a poof of air. Like you can see the poof of air come out of his mouth because he's very proud of it.
That was pretty good. That's enough to get one of the medium prizes. You still have 3 balls left. Excuse me, 2 balls left. Go ahead and do your thing.
So I already have enough for that. That's 7.
You, with all of the confidence in the world, you go and you roll another one, and it just way overshoots, and it just kind of hits the side and falls back down. So it's luck. I see how it is. Go ahead and a little too, you got a little frustrated because you're like, I did so good, I'm just gonna do it again.
And I go into a rage.
Not
I could.
not
I'm
you.
not going to.
Yeah.
And as you kind of, okay, one more time, you roll the ball, and again, in a very unceremonious fashion, it lands in one of the circles and kind of falls into the 10 points. All right, 110 points. Very nice. Good job. That's enough to get the medium prize. You see in the center, just trash. Again, just junk. Something that you did notice that was in there was a nice looking necklace. However, that necklace is in the advanced prizes.
You can't do this
Category.
to me. You can't just say that there's a nice necklace in there. After doing me like that.
You
But
motherfucker!
in the medium prizes, you've got a couple of just like small stuffed animals, nothing too large, about the size of your hand, and like Beanie Babies, basically. And some of the smaller prizes. There's a sign that says, 50 points, and it has like there's like a really long pencil. There is like some erasers. There is a very small pair of sunglasses in the cheap area, and a set of playing cards. In the medium section, you've got again mostly just small stuffed animals and things. There is a pair of squeaky shoes that on the side says squeaky, hence why they're called squeaky shoes, and a pair of bunny ears. In the large prizes, again, you see that necklace. You see one of those really big teddy bears that are would be like annoying to carry around. It's not really even a teddy bear. It's actually it's a unicorn actually. And
Lean into the bit, yeah.
It's so fluffy!
It's so fluffy.
But you're welcome to try to go for one of the
Well, it won't add
prizes.
up, right? Like I have to go for the medium prizes. Is there any like cat?
Yes,
Probably
there is a
like
cat.
There's a
little
white
beanie.
cat.
Yeah, there's a little Webkin's white cat.
Webkins!
You'll take that.
Yo!
You point at that like
That one.
That one.
Yeah, that one. Points at it.
Right. So he'll go through and he's like, okay, I'll grab that for you. And he grabs the little white Webkins cat and hands it to you. Feel free to add that to your inventory.
Sure.
Little stuffed cat.
There it is.
And did you want to try?
I'll give it a go.
All right, Copper.
Copper.
Thank you. 3 bowls.
Perfect. I think I got the idea of what to do, so let's try...
You make it up and you toss it, and you land in one of the upper corners is a 50 point. 50 points, nice job. It's enough to get you a small prize. You guys are pretty good at this, actually. Anyway.
Alright, I got the hang of it, I think. Let's try again. Let's go with a better throw!
It, it, it kind of like offshoots just a little bit and lands in the 10 points, and like that's 60 points right there.
Meh.
Meh.
And throws it one more time. Let's go!
And it, you're like, okay, I think I can make it into that 51 one more time. You give it a toss, and it kind of it bounces off of the lip of the lip of the 50, and kind of just like it pauses there for just a second before falling into the 50. So you have 110 points.
Let's go.
That's enough to get you a medium prize too.
Let's see, what all was up there again?
In the medium section, you've got a pair of squeaky shoes, some stuffed dolls and animals. In the 50 section, you've got a pair of cheap sunglasses, a trash. If you feel like you want something, improvise it. And be able to come up with it. There's the bunny ears in the medium section as well.
I'll do 2 pairs of sunglasses, and I'll give one to Annemo.
Alrighty, he grabs
Let's
the sun.
go.
They are a vibrant green. I mean, just like lime green sunglasses.
Yeah!
You're gonna
They're
be
not.
looking stylish as
Right.
fuck, Moonzic.
They are one of the like 2008 Dude Bro ones with the lines across them. Like, they're not actually sunglasses. They just are like that plastic with like the lines, the vents that you can basically see.
Yeah.
Blue. So yeah, you've got 2 of those there for you. They're both, well, unless you guys want to pick a different color. I'm okay with you picking a color.
I'm okay with lime green.
Lime green's great.
Okay, you guys both have some nice bright lime green shades.
Lime green is the color of a nat 20, so we're gonna have
Yeah!
to. Whenever we wear these, we just roll better. I don't know what to say.
You can add those to your inventory.
Added.
It is starting to get a little bit late.
Yes, and Annemo was gonna say, this is getting a little materialistic for me. You see him, the white cat that he got before. It is strapped to his side, so he's got daggers. He's got 2 daggers, I think. Well, it's not. Okay, he does. There will be 2 daggers. All right. It's just like that's just not what's in my inventory right now, but that's what on D&D Beyond that was what was in my inventory. So I'll fix that.
Go ahead and change that.
He's
Hold
got
on,
2
Craig. Greg's having issues tonight.
Craig!
Gah!
Gah!
Come on, Craig. What a shame.
Craig, if you don't knock this off, I'm gonna sell you on Craigslist. Wait,
Well,
there we go.
There we go.
Craig's back.
You see, you kind of see Moonzic kind of take the sunglasses and slide it into a mysterious, curious-looking bag, and then puts it back in his pack.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, interesting. No, like the white cat, he does not. It's not like he does not have a bag. What he has is like very very flowy. I really don't know what to call it. It's like he's got like a bunch of sweaters strapped along his waist. That's not what it is, though. I don't know how to explain what that is. But the idea is that instead of having a backpack, he holds everything there, right? So he's taken his the white cat that he has, and he's strapped it to his side, so you can see it. So it's just kind of like, so that's kind of the vibe that I want to bring.
Oh, so he just kind of like
that.
for his inventory, he just kind of like straps things to him.
Yeah,
Okay.
And the cat specifically, you can't see anything else in his inventory other than the knives because they're like there, and also he's wearing a great sword on his back, but you shouldn't. Don't worry about that. He's got a there's yeah, there's you see his like a cat just hanging off of his
It's
side of the
is
visual.
it strapped to him by the neck, by an arm, like by the tail, like by the
I
waist of it? How is it strapped to him?
I would say by the waist of the cat.
You don't have that much disrespect. I totally understand.
Well, I mean, I
Um,
was gonna be like, well, if it has like a little tag, I'll hang it from it like that. But I mean, yeah, I could just hey, I'm just gonna tie the neck to the. No, I'm not gonna do that.
alrighty. Um, and again, it is starting to get pretty late in the evening. You
Yes.
see people starting to head homes. You hear that, just people calling out, like, all right, come on, Jeremy, let's go. You hear that person like, Elena, Elena, right? You hear, like, you see that, like, Kai, Kai, come back. You get the scene. As everybody's starting to shuffle their way out of the circus.
um.
I he, he just stretches his back, Annemo, and he kind of yawns a little, like sounds like that. All right, and that's his
Except your
yawn.
audio cut
Your
off.
audio cut out.
Shit,
Yeah.
motherfucker. It's all right. He yawns. That's the point, kind of. And kind of looks at the nice guy. I think it's getting a little bit late for me.
I must agree as well. However, there was an oracle, was it, that caught my attention earlier?
Ah, I see. Well, why not? To go to an oracle at night, it seems most fitting.
I cannot disagree in the slightest, and I think it would be a fitting end.
You
Fitting end.
To the night, of course. And a fitting end to the night.
um you kind of pull out the pamphlet that was handed to you earlier, and it gives you directions towards the oracle's tent. Um, you make your way towards that direction, and you see a purple tent with that's covered in stars, that are shiny and pretty. Um, as you guys enter the tent, you see um, a woman, looks like this.
Ooh.
Except she's not actively telling a prophecy. Um, but as you guys kind of make your way in, she says, "Hello, welcome to my tent. Are you here to get your fortunes read?
Indeed, mademoiselle.
Huh? Take a seat. 1 silver, please."
I provide a silver for each of us.
You don't have to.
So,
You don't have to do that.
Well, it's all together.
Okay.
um, so you hand you kind of reach your hand out with the 2 silver, and you see a half orc make her way to the to you. She comes around the corner. She's I have a picture of her, I think, or somebody I can come up with at least.
Oops. Didn't mean to do that.
Let me just
Everything's good yet? Yep, everything's okay. Good.
um, something along the lines of this. Just a young, like, half orc woman. Um,
I
Okay.
it's not loading.
I got it. Nope.
But we got it. We got it.
We got it.
Okay. She comes by and she's like, "Oh, thank you, thank you," and she tucks it into a pouch on her side. Um, alrighty. And who's going to go first?
Um,
Well, I can give it a shot.
go for it.
Take a
Admit.
seat.
Yeah, cross-legged, sits down. stares into the oracle's eyes, kind of trying to
Uh,
like stare her out.
Now, what were you looking? Any questions? Past, present, future, love life?
I think I'm most interested in the future.
Okay. Um, she grabs your hands and looks in. She mutters something under her breath, um, and almost just mouthing it, not really even saying anything, just like mouthing it as you see her like head roll forward a little bit, and then come back, and uh, in the crystal ball in front of you, you see a like a peaceful ocean in front of you, um, and she says, I see water, and I see. You notice that she's pausing, head kind of curiously turned, um, as she has like a look of slight confusion on her face, and in the orb, you see um, a dark cloud, starting to make its way over the ocean, and a lightning strikes. As the lightning strikes, you see her like jump, and she's not looking, by the way, at the crystal ball. She's just kind of got her eyes rolled in the back of her head, but it seems to be like in sync with her. As the lightning strikes, she gives a little jump, and she says, "There are troubles in your future." I'm sorry. You see her eyes kind of like she shakes her head a little bit, and she says, I'm very sorry. That's all I can see. It's very cloudy. Um, I'm so sorry." Um,
Oh,
as
okay.
she um,
He kind of shifts away to look a
and
little sad.
as she like lets her hands go, you see the orb like change just one bit, and you see a something run in front of it, in the orb, of course, but like in the image that you're seeing, and it it's a gentle moving like white fur, very akin to the one um, um, on your back, similar, um, as it makes its way, um, basically encompassing the entirety of the orb. She says, "Oh, um," she gives it like she taps her hands on the table, and the orb just clears and back to its normal clear self.
Hmm. Cool. Moonzic, maybe you'll have better luck than me.
Perhaps. I'm very curious to see what may come up.
Present, future, love life.
Well, I'm already having fun with the present, and I know my past very well. I will also look into the future.
Again, in a very similar fashion, she grabs your hand and holds them, and she says, and again, what she's saying echoes in what you're seeing at the orb. She says, "I see multiple faces, many people, all linked together. I see uh, flashing images of rain and thunder. I see choking. I see gasping for breath. I see." And again, there's a little bit of a pause. This is me pausing, not her really, I guess. As I'm looking at my notes. Uh,
It's
um,
good.
and she says, I see chains, and I see a follower, someone in pursuit. Hmm. I see holding hands. And I see you kneeling. And that's all. As the orb clears.
Given everything that I know, it's a bit of a foreboding future, but one that I will tackle when the time comes.
Of course, with all prophecies and futures and these glimpses that we make, you have the opportunity to change it all. So don't feel beholden to this. Ultimately, your life and decisions are your own. However, if you continue on this path, these are the things I suspect.
I see. Thank you very much, mademoiselle.
Thank you for stopping by. You squeeze her. Buddy has been discovered.
A body has been discovered.
Whoops, that is that's the wrong limb, but,
I kind of drag Moonzic out because they're all like looking at him really weird. Don't worry about him.
You drag him out. She gives a gentle wave of her hand.
That was certainly a way to end the night.
Indeed. Do you happen to have any idea what's, You don't have to tell me, of course, but do you understand the prophecy that was given, or do you understand the fortune given to you?
Alright, give me just 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that. I say, well, I may have a clue. It wasn't much, it was just a glimpse after all.
I see.
Yes.
I was just curious. I also have an idea of what she may be talking about, but of course, like she said, the future can be changed with changing of paths, but I, of course, have no idea of what the path is.
Annemo's face gets like really kind of like there's like less emotion, like pretty clearly, and he says, I like how honest she was. I'm not sure many would go as far as to say that their profession is flawed. You know what I mean? Because, like, yeah, it's not a guaranteed future. Anyway, he doesn't say all that, but...
Absolutely. I mean, it's people like her who are honest in the world that I have hope for this world.
Anyway, the night is... I'm tired.
Do you have a place to stay by chance?
But like your character doesn't know this. Annemo has been staying in a tent in a forest nearby, so he's gonna say, he's gonna say, he's gonna say yes, but he's gonna. I wanna.
Roll a deception.
Yeah.
And if you want to, you can impose disadvantage on yourself.
Okay, I impose disadvantage on myself. There's an 11.
Okay. And do you want to roll an insight check to that? Or honestly, it's up to you how you want to react to it.
I'm just thinking I'm not going to roll insight or anything like that. I don't have any reason to go against that. I'm like, well, that's very good then. I was going to say, if you did not have a place to stay, I do have room in my in my place of rest where you could stay the night with me and my roommate before venturing on, if that is your intentions.
Why don't I meet you in the morning?
Sounds like a plan. Where shall we meet?
Where can we meet, Emily?
There are
Yeah,
there are
God.
taverns. There are libraries. There's parks. This is just like a you're familiar with the town. Um,
Let's
Moonzic.
see. Let's say.
We'll
Let's
go to Cora's.
to chorus.
Let's go to a Denny's parking.
Ah, yes. I I am
Famous Denny's.
I am familiar with. There are multiple restaurants across all of the Menagerie Coast with the name of Denny's, and there happens to be one here in Fairland as well. It happens to be one of my favorite places to eat. I'd be more than happy to share a meal with you at Denny's.
Fantastic. I'll see you there in the morning.
You guys,
And then we depart. Yeah.
amazing.
Or
Now,
animal leaves.
now, this has been a very nice adventure so far. I did want to put in a note for you all. I did have something else a little bit more tense planned out. However, I'm projecting that to be another hour, hour and a half based off of how you guys are doing right now. Um, I am more than comfortable if you guys just want to leave it here.
I would be okay with leaving it here for now
I
at
agree.
least. Do we want to pick it up again later on at some point?
It's completely
Uh,
up to you.
yeah, you know what? We'll talk about it. But yeah, probably.
Okay, because like I said, I just got to make dinner a little bit later. Otherwise, I would be more than willing to do it again later on, or if we want to schedule it for another day, that's fine too.
Absolutely, whatever works for you. Um, but yeah, and if you guys decide that you don't want to continue the one shot, I am more than okay with that as well. You guys didn't pick up on any of the clues that I gave you, so
We're just
um,
vibing. What do you
just
want?
vibing. No, it's great. It's absolutely wonderful. This was very good session. So, um, either way, we can discuss that later out of recording, huh? How's that sound?
Yes, yes,
Sounds
of course.
good. In that case, I'm going to stop the recording here.